Hello guys, good day to all. What will be discussed today is all about our fourth module, which is a SLEM typhoon and inside tropical cyclones. And for the expectations for the topic typhoon, you will understand the difference between typhoon, cyclone, and hurricane. Explain how typhoons develop and how it is affected by land masses and bodies of water. Specifically, this module will help you to the first one is to differentiate typhoon and cyclone, and hurricane. Number 2 is to analyze diagram of typhoon formation. Number 3 is to classify tropical cyclones according to their wind speed. Number 4 is to identify the effects of tropical cyclone. Now let us start our journey in learning more by differentiating typhoon, cyclone, and hurricane. I'm sure you're ready and excited to answer the different tests. So let's smile and cheer. So looking back, we have learned that meteorology is a study of weather and climate. Can you still recall the concept of words related in the study of meteorology? In this short discussion, I provided some of the simple activity that is included in this video. Do check this out. Thank you. Cyclones, hurricanes, and typhoons are examples of weather phenomena and are of the same thing. Cyclones can be described as rotating, organized system of clouds and thunderstorms that originate in tropical waters. Cyclones occur at different oceans, thus hurricanes, tropical cyclones, and typhoons have different names. They have different names of cyclones depending on the location. Hurricane is the name of storms in the Atlantic Ocean and northern Eastern Pacific. Tropical cyclone is the name of the storm in the Indian Ocean and around Australia. Typhoon is the name of the storm in the Western Pacific. Typhoon is a large storm system having circular system of devastating winds and heavy rains. Typhoons are created due to the following conditions, such as low pressure area, atmospheric moisture, sufficient Coriolis effect, which is the force needed to create the spin in the typhoon, and inward spiraling winds that move in counterclockwise direction, which is in northern hemisphere. So Philippines favors the formation of the tropical cyclone because of the large and warm oceanic areas located at 50 degrees above the equator, with warm ocean temperatures of 26.5 degrees Celsius. Typhoon season starts in June to early part of October. So Philippines often experience 19 to 20 typhoons on the average of, and approximately 7 to 9 across the ice or directly hit the ground because of its location. Tropical cyclones have devastating effects on lives and properties. Continuous heavy rainfall and strong winds cause flooding, loss of life, damaged properties, and low production in agriculture. Tropical cyclones have good effects like the increase of groundwater and water level of our dams, which are the source of water for household, agricultural, on power generation purposes, and 3. Rains from tropical cyclones help in cleaning pollutants in the air. Here's a table for tropical cyclone warning signals and its effect. Tropical cyclone signal number 1, which is the tropical depression. The wind impact is certainly no damage or to very light damage, and expect the impact of 30 to 60 km per hour wind in 36 hours. For tropical cyclone number 2, which is a tropical storm, wind impact light to moderate damage. Expect the impact for 61 to 120 kph winds in 24 hours. For signal number 3, severe tropical storm, winds impact moderate to heavy damage. We'll be expecting the impact for 121 to 170 kph wind in 18 hours. And for tropical cyclone number 4, which is a typhoon, wind impact heavy to very heavy damage. So we'll be expecting also the impact for 171 to 220 kph winds in 12 hours. And for the last signal, which is the signal number 5, super typhoon, winds impact very heavy and widespread damage phenomenal. Expect the impact for more than 220 kph winds in 12 hours. So don't forget guys to answer the different activities I provided with the video, with this video down the description. Have 3 activities. Okay, so let us summarize the lesson that discussed. So hurricanes and typhoons are different names of cyclones depending on location. Typhoon is a large storm system having circular system of devastating winds and heavy rains. Typhoons are created due to the following conditions, such as low pressure area, atmospheric moisture, sufficient Coriolis effect, in which is force needed to create the spin in typhoon and inward spiraling winds that move in counterclockwise direction, which is northern hemisphere. And for the next lesson for today is the inside tropical cyclones. What will be explanations? So you will master the how typhoon develops and how it is affected by land masses and bodies of water. Explain how typhoons develop and how it is affected by land masses and bodies of water. So these are the specific objectives for number 2 lesson. Number 1 is to identify the parts of a tropical cyclone. Number 2 is to describe the wind speed and pressure in the different parts of typhoon. Number 3 is to describe the effects of the eye and the eye wall of the typhoon as it passes through the area. And also don't forget to answer the free test. Okay, our country is located in the tropic region, the area where tropical cyclones are formed, making it one of the most vulnerable countries to strongest and destructive typhoons. So whenever this image of circular clouds spinning in counterclockwise direction is shown in our local news weather forecast, it warns us that there is a developing or fully developed tropical cyclone near or around par. For us to understand more about this natural hazard, let us become familiar with the different parts of typhoon. Donut hole at the center of the clouds is the eye. Its diameter is usually around 20 km. As typhoon intensifies, it shrinks, so it changes from time to time. It can sometimes be a circle, an ellipse, or oval. It is commonly believed that, however, it is the calmest. The wind speed here is low. It is also the area with the lowest air pressure, which can be 15% lower than the pressure outside it. It is a reason why air in the surroundings rushes toward the eye. For strong tropical cyclones, the eye is characterized by light winds and clear skies. In weaker cyclones, this area is less defined and is usually covered by dense, high, and thick clouds. Weather forecasters and meteorologists look at the direction of the eye since it serves as the reference point in plotting the typhoon's location. The formation of the eye also indicates the increasing strength of tropical cyclone. The innermost ring of convection with a thick cloud layer surrounding the eye is known as the eye wall. It is where severe weather is experienced with heaviest rain and maximum wind speed. When meteorologists report about sustained winds of typhoon, they refer to the wind speed at the eye wall. Wind speed and storm strength can change due to the contraction or expansion of the eye wall. When tropical cyclones reach high intensity and the eye wall contract, it can result in eye wall replacement, where concentric eye wall replaces the original eye wall. So beyond the eye wall towards the outer edges of the tropical cyclone, it is the rain band, which may expand for a few hundred kilometers from the center. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, which NOAA, defines rain bands as long arcing bands of clouds and thunderstorms that spiral out the eye wall. They consist of band of cumulonimbus clouds. It is characterized by chances of heavy bursts of rain and wind. Between rain bands, there can be areas where no rain or wind is found. It is referred to as buntot ng bagyo. Okay, so after this, I want you to answer different activities. Let's check for how many activities included here. So we have 2 activities. So before we end the discussion, let us summarize the lesson 2. Remember, the parts of tropical cyclones are eye wall, and rain band. The eye is the hole at the center of the cloud. It has the lowest wind speed and air pressure. The eye wall is the thick cloud surrounding the eye. It has fastest wind speed and higher air pressure. So last one would be they consist of band of cumulonimbus clouds that spiral around the core of a tropical cyclone. Thank you guys. I hope you learned a lot for this lesson. Thank you.